Yeah, man, it's going to be a very emotional next 2 days, today and tomorrow. Am I right, people? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube, with your NFL 2025 Week 6 Power Rankings for your Wednesday, September, why does he say September? October 8th, 2025 podcast. Been a while since I've done a podcast, man. There will only be two this week. It'll be NFL Week 6 Power Rankings and also NFL Week 6 Preview Predictions. Other than that, be no podcasts. So if you just came for the wrestling, I am deeply sorry, people. I got some unfortunate news involving my house to say, at least. I have to be out of my house by tomorrow. 2 o'clock tomorrow, I gotta be out of the house. So yeah, this will be by the end of this podcast, there will be like a tribute video to post at the very tail end of the podcast, like I will say goodbye and everything. And like enjoy this last 30 seconds or so of video I pre-recorded to say, at least with my house. Say thank you, Craig Street, to say the least. Street lived in Syracuse, New York, obviously for about 21 years almost, to say the least. I'm gonna miss this place, man. Really, I'm gonna miss this place for sure. Well, let's not talk about that, shall we? By the way, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Lucas E. Allen. Watching today's video or podcast, hit the like button, today's video /podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for our post notifications up on YouTube. As always, leave a comment, leave my NFL Week 6 2025 Power Rankings to say at least. We're going to start your set Power Rankings in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Okay, starting with number 16. Drumroll, please, everybody. Number 16, you got the New England Patriots. Just shocked the world by defeating the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football, 23-20. Thanks to a game-winning field goal. I forgot the kicker's name. I think he's a rookie, to say the least. But to say the least, the Patriots, what a fucking game they play. I mean, that game was kind of boring the first, basically half or so. Pick up a lot during the second half. I actually fell asleep during the game. Go figure me. A Sunday Night Football game. It's not Packers or Cowboys, not Ravens or Bills. It's going to be fucking boring to me. But even the Patriots stunned the world. They beat the Buffalo Bills in Highmark Stadium, man. 23-20. So shout out to the Patriots. They can have the power rankings for week 6, for number 16, the power rankings for this week. And they look very good. They obviously beat the Bills, undefeated Bills, in their home stadium, to say at least. And Stephon Diggs had himself a good-ass revenge game, man. A great-ass revenge game against the Buffalo Bills for the second year in a row. After last year it took place at the Texans, and this year at the Patriots. So there you go, to say at least. The New England Patriots, number 16, my power rankings this week. They're not ranked last week at all, by the way. They're not top 15 dollars, number 15. Team that fell off 9 spots compared to last week. Go drumroll, please, number 15. Number 15, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, who were number 6 last week. Yikes, oh yikes, oh yikes if you're a Chargers fan after that game against the Washington Commanders /Redskins. I would poke the bear about the Redskins name and the Commanders name, but I'm not in no mood, bro. You can obviously tell I'm not feeling the greatest at all. You can probably think I'm under the weather still, and I actually am. But sadly, the Chargers are number 15 in my power rankings this week, and they were not the greatest of teams on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon against the Washington Commanders /Redskins, their home stadium in SoFi Stadium, to say at least. But they're number 15 for this week. They still just cracked the top 15 and top 16 power rankings for this week, to say at least. They're definitely not top 14, though. There's a lot of upsets by the National Football League this past week, to say at least. Anyway, show up, please, number 14, shall we? Number 14, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also number 10 last week. Dropped 4 spots, even though they didn't play a fucking game. They're on a bye last week. But still, man, that's all great. The fucking week was basically last week of upsets. Was the games great per se? Definitely not. When you're in this area of Syracuse and you have to watch the fucking New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints for 1 p.m., of course you would not want to watch that fucking game. You would rather watch Broncos and Eagles, obviously. That was just a big, what the fuck? I sort of realized that. Because I live in New York and the Bills are not playing, so that's 1 p.m. So trying to figure out the Giants or Jets be playing, and obviously the Jets were Fox, and obviously CBS was the Giants and Saints. Oh, fucking joy. But the Steelers number 14 for this week, and they're still one of the top teams, and definitely a top team in the AFC North. I'll tell you that right now, it's not saying much. Especially the Joe Burrow blessed Bengals, Lamar Jackson blessed Ravens, and obviously the Browns being the Browns, obviously. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are still the top 14 team in the National Football League, and number 14 at Power Rankings this week. There's not top 13, no, Triple Police number 13. Number 13, you got the Seattle Seahawks to fall 5 spots from last week being ranked to number 8. Seattle had a tough loss, tough interception from Sam Darnold against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I thought they were going to win this game. It was a pretty fun game. One of a few good games on Sunday afternoon. Buccaneers and Seahawks. There was released a 38-35 final score. I think the Buccaneers game in a field goal by Chase McLaughlin, I believe. The Buccaneers are definitely on this list in the top 5, in spoiler alert to say the least. But Seattle Seahawks number 13 for my power rankings this week. It's still a very good game despite that last interception. It's a major fucking voice crack. Go figure I'm under the weather, obviously. So there you go. The Seattle Seahawks number 13 for my power rankings this week. Despite the Sam Darnold interception, the last minute or so, obviously cost the Seahawks the game. Obviously, the Buccaneers kicked the game-winning field goal. So Seahawks number 13. There's not top 12, though. Triple Police number 12. The team that lost on Monday Night Football. Spoiler alert. Triple Police anyways. Number 12, you got the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh boy. Man, I've been waiting for this one. Am I right, people? Yikes there, Kansas City. Lost against Jacksonville. And Monday Night Football on primetime television, bro. You love to see it, bro. As an avid Chiefs hater that I am, I fucking loved it. I watched, the first quarter. I watched the first possession of the game. I got fucking tired, obviously. It's like, it was for primetime games the whole week. Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, at say at least. I didn't cover any games on my TikToks or my Instagram Reels or even YouTube Shorts. I didn't cover any of the games this week. No, it's not because the Packers did not play. I was fucking bored as fuck with most of the games, if not all the games, to say at least. At least the ones I was watching, obviously. But you get the point with that, to say at least. But the Kansas City Chiefs, despite losing, was it 31-28, the final score at Jacksonville, they still have looked pretty good besides that interception from Patrick Mahomes to Devin Lloyd for a pick six, 99 yards out. Oh boy. I love it. So the Kansas City Chiefs are number 12 and they're number 7 last week, by the way. So they dropped 5 spots just like the Seattle Seahawks did. Not top 11 though. Gentlemen, please, are a team that got beaten by Monday Night Football, obviously. Gentlemen, please, anyways. Number 11, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a huge win that was for the fan base. And I'm sure Tony Khan is definitely pleased as an All Elite Wrestling fan, man. Definitely. My wrestling, so there's a shot at Tony Khan there, to say at least. Oh my God, man. Tony Khan was out with himself a lifetime with that game on some Monday night. Oh, was he even there in the stadium? I don't know if he was. It was in Jacksonville, obviously, the game was in. I don't know if he was quite in Jacksonville to say. I don't think he was. Probably preparing for Dynamite. This is for next day, obviously. Probably definitely not there to say at least. It took place in Daly's place this past Title Tuesday episode of Dynamite. Let's not discuss wrestling right now. It's not the time to discuss wrestling to say at least. But number 11, we get the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a fucking performance, man. Trevor Lawrence, I saw his clip online where the last possession of the ball game that meant anything. Trevor Lawrence stumbled, and he got back up, and he stumbled again, by the way. He stumbled twice, and came back up on his feet and rushed it for a touchdown, a game-winning touchdown for the Jaguars. Gotta love that for the Jaguars, man. That was a crazy-ass play, by the way. I didn't even watch that game up to that point, so I was fucking tired, like I said. But the Jaguars from 11 for my power rankings this week, and they're number 15 last week. They're just not top 10, don't please, number 10. Number 10, you got the Washington Redskins, or Commanders, what do you want to fucking name them, bro. Well, number 14 last week, obviously beat the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday afternoon as a 4:30 p.m. game. Pretty good performance, the first performance back for Jayden Daniels, by the way. I didn't know he was freaking playing until obviously I saw him, basically the pregame show. I'm like, damn, he's actually playing this week. You gotta love that if you're a Commander/Redskins fan, to say the least. And the Redskins play a very good game. Luke McCaffrey, a 50-yard bomb from Jayden Daniels. What a fucking catch he had, man. I was watching brief moments of this game, man. I was probably a few games I was looking forward to. And I wouldn't say it was like great on paper. Definitely the best game of 4:30, but you go to Buccaneers and Seahawks, obviously. But still, Washington Commanders/Redskins, number 10 on my power rankings this week. Just not top 9, though. Jump, please, number 9. Number 9, you got another Los Angeles team that plays in SoFi Stadium, the Los Angeles Rams. Who were number 4 last week. They dropped 5 spots. Obviously, a crushing Thursday Night Football loss against this Mac Jones-led 49ers team. That was a big yikes if you're a Rams fan. Big yikes. Especially a division rival, Thursday Night Football prime time, and you lose again. Kyren Williams basically cost him the game almost. He kind of did too, to a point. It was not totally his fault. It was his fault for fumbling the football, obviously, but still. The Rams are still in a good game. Matthew Stafford's looking a borderline MVP candidate this year. Definitely in the top 5 for my opinion. See him, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. You need my top 3 right now. I know, kind of crazy. Baker Mayfield and Matthew Stafford in the top 10. Or top 5 or top 3 for MVPs for me. Along with Josh Allen. You know, Josh Allen's not the best year at all. But kind of at least not compared to last year, Josh Allen. But still, the Rams are a top 9 football team in the National Football League. Just not top 8, though. Joe, please, number 8. Number 8, you got my Green Bay Packers. Or number 9 last week. They didn't even play a freaking game. They increased 1 spot. Because a lot of teams dropped off and increased this past week, to say at least. The Green Bay Packers, number 8 for my power rankings this week. And still, no, let's not take it, I give them. They're obviously in a bye week this past week. Same thing with the Steelers. But still, the Packers are still a top 8 team. They face a Joe Flacco Bengals team, second week in a row, or at least second time in past 5 games or so that they face Joe Flacco. Obviously with the Browns loss. Please don't ever do that to me again. I'm losing to a 40-year-old Joe Flacco, please. Let's not do that Packers and Lambeau Field, shall we not? Hopefully not, to say at least. But you got my Green Bay Packers, number 8 for the top power rankings for week 6. Or it's not top 7, though. Jump, please, number 7. Number 7 is a team the Packers know very well in the playoffs. I hate to say this, obviously. The San Francisco 49ers. Who are making my laptop to stop advertising bullshit. They were number 13 last week. Obviously increased 6 spots up thanks to that freaking very great win in SoFi Stadium against the Los Angeles Rams on Thursday Night Football. A team that gave no chance to Niners. And it's got to be a conversation. Is Mac Jones better than Brock Purdy in San Francisco 49ers Kyle Shanahan system or what? I always said on draft night then, when I was listening to a podcast, I was always telling myself on draft night in 2021. Mac Jones could be a better candidate if he should be the third overall pick with the Niners. Definitely not Trey Lance, not even Justin Fields, and nobody after that. Should have always been Mac Jones if you're looking for that quarterback. It's like comparison like a 49ers, like Jimmy Garoppolo, even Brock Purdy now. The Saleh. So the quarterback fits well in San Francisco. Trey Lance is simply not, to say the least. But the 49ers number 7 for my power rankings this week, number 13 last year. It's not top 6, so jump on page number 6. I know this video seems like it's going about very fast. I'm just very under the weather. I'm very just mentally drained, to say the least. So if I'm going very fast in the video, I'm sorry to say that. I just got to do it, to say the least. But top 6, so jump on page number 6. Number 6, you got the Denver Broncos. picked up a huge win in Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania over the Super Bowl 59 champion Philadelphia Eagles. That was freaking it. They were down 17-3 at one point. And then they came storming back in the fourth quarter, went for two to pick up the win. When they didn't go for two to pick up the win, but went for two, basically iced them to win the game. The Rams scored a field goal right after that, so it wasn't much of anything but 2017 anyways. But so anyways, that's still going to brought out maybe Jake Elliott. They didn't go for the 2-point conversion, but in 2020, Jake Elliott would make the field goal. So there you go, man. It's a different story of that to say. So that's why Sean Payton went for two there. But so anyways, the Broncos are the top 6 team after this past week. They had against the Philadelphia Eagles. What a freaking come from behind victory from the Broncos, to say the least. That is why they're number 6, and they were 12 last week, number 6 this week. Increased 6 spots up like the 49ers did themselves for numbers 13-7 as well. Not top 5. I can't believe it's this team to number 5 6 weeks into the season. The general place number 5. Number 5, you got the Indianapolis Colts, who were number 11 last week and destroyed the Las Vegas Raiders 40-6 in their home stadium, Lucas Oil Stadium. Oh my goodness. Indiana Jones is real in Indianapolis, Indiana, bro. Daniel Jones, what a fucking year he's having. A guy who could have been obviously written off because of the failure he was in New Jersey with the Giants. It's not totally his fault. It's just you did no quarterback who can succeed in New Jersey. You just ask Aaron Rodgers that, even though it's the Jets compared to the Giants, but still. Giants not but better at developing quarterbacks like the Jets are. That's just a New Jersey problem, if you ask me. But still, the Colts are a top 5 team in the 6 weeks of the season. Who would have fucking thought that? Who would have thought that, man? They're 4-1 and looking very top of the NFC. So no record right neck and neck with the Jacksonville Jaguars, about 4-1. But still, man, well, shout out to the Colts for sure. And they're number 5 for this week's power rankings, to say the least. Moving on to your top 4. I didn't say Jamal Please, but Jamal Please anyways, like I said there. Number 4, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were number 5 last week. Buccaneers also pick up the win over the Seattle Seahawks, like I said earlier in the podcast. And my, what a freaking game for Baker fucking Mayfield, man. Dude just continues getting better and better for an MVP contention for this season. It's quite insane fucking the come-from-behind guy Baker Mayfield is for the Buccaneers. And he was Mike Evans and I think Chris Godwin play, but Mecca Adebuka from the rookie of Ohio State. What a fucking rookie he is, man. They have 3 realistic top 15 to 20 wide receivers in the league. Like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and also Mecca Adebuka. What a fucking Buccaneers trio of receivers there, man. And Mike Evans comes back healthy. This receiving core is going to be fucking elite, bro. It really is. So the Buccaneers are number 4 in power rankings this week and number 5 last week. It's not top 3, though. General place number 3. Number 3, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, drop from number 3 to 1, or drop from number 1 to 3 this week. Obviously losing against the Denver Broncos in Lincoln Financial Field, their home stadium. That was a yikes blowing the lead, bro. Against a playoff team like the Denver Broncos at home. Like, damn, that is not great if you ask me. And the Eagles not been looking great even before they lost against the Broncos. They were not looking good at all, man. I know they were 5-0, or excuse me, 4-0, excuse me. But they're not looking like a phenomenal 4-0 team like the Bills were, at least some were better. But still, the Eagles are still a top 3 team, don't get me wrong. But A.J. Brown, I'm worried about A.J. Brown. Dude doesn't seem like he wants to be there anymore. He really doesn't. You can see it on the field, you can see his posts on Instagram, the stories he did. Like, damn, this man does not want to be there at all, bro. I don't know why. It's a problem with him and Jalen Hurts. It's a problem with him and Devontae Smith. Probably with him and Nick Sirianni. I don't know. Could be a general manager, Howie Roseman of the Eagles. I don't know. But my God, that man looking wants to be there. That's just what I'm feeling when I see the Eagles games, to say the least. But still, the Eagles are a top 3 team and number 1 last week, so it's not top 2 over this week at all. Journal piece number 2. Number 2, you got the Buffalo Bills, who obviously lost against the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football. But they didn't drop a power ranking, though. They stay at number 2 despite losing on Sunday Night Football. I just feel like I was debating with the Eagles or Bills to be number 2 and 3, obviously. You probably know who's number 1 by now, obviously. But I was debating about which I want to do for 2 and 3. I went with the Bills over the Eagles because the Bills looking like a better 4-1 team, a better 4-0 team going into this past week than the Eagles did going into their week against the Broncos and the Patriots, respectively. But the Bills still put up a good performance. It's not a great performance. There are a lot of turnovers in this fucking game, by the way. Maybe it's not a great performance at all. You look at it. I don't believe you say that. But the Bills are still a very top 2 football team still in the National Football League. Like, you gotta give them credit. Like, they played against the Patriots team that's got a lot better on defense. You got picked up Harold Landry. You got Carlton Davis, along with Christian Gonzalez in the secondary. I mean, damn. That's pretty good if you ask me. A lot better, decent pass rushers too, like Christian Barmore. I think he was out for this game, but so is involved. But the Bills are still a team to be reckoned with in the AFC East. But this is kind of alarming to a point, though. I know the Patriots run the power rankings this week, but still, man. So when it comes down to it, the Bills will be the Bills, or the Bills will pull another Bills in the football department come playoff time. Waiting to find out what that thought of sale is. But number 2 for this week in Week 6 power rankings. There's not number 1. You obviously know how it is, but John, please, anyways. Number 1, you got the Detroit Lions, who were number 3 last week. And the Lions, who are they? They played the Bengals this past weekend. My goodness, man. Don't get twisted. 37-24 was not felt. Like, it was probably the last 24 points the Bengals scored, and what was 21 points, and counted the third place they had in the first half. That was basically like consolation prize time for the Bengals. And they put up Jake Brown. That's right, why they traded for Joe Flacco, the Bengals. The reason why they did that, I'd probably rather trade for Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson if you're a Bronco, or not Bronco. Trade for Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston for the Giants, or just sticking with Jackson Dart. But still, man, I'd rather you trade for them to compare to Joe Flacco, but whatever, man, it is what it is. But the Lions, man, despite the Week 1 dud they put against the Green Bay Packers, oh my goodness, this team was hell on bent to get revenge. Not just for they have the chance to get the revenge on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, which kind of makes me worried as a Packer fan. But still, man. The Lions are number 1. The power rankings this week, they are freaking great on Sunday. Obviously, not the best performance they gave against the Bears or even the Ravens, respectively, but still. 37 points not to be biting an eyelash on. It's freaking obviously great, if you ask me. That's how good the Lions were. The last this whole week, minus that Packers getting to Week 1. So going by power rankings again, number 16 got the New England Patriots, number 15 got the Los Angeles Chargers, number 14 got the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 13 the Seattle Seahawks, number 12 the Kansas City Chiefs, number 11 the Jacksonville Jaguars, number 10 the Washington Commanders/Redskins, number 9 you got the Los Angeles Rams, number 8 you got the Green Bay Packers, number 7 you got the San Francisco 49ers, number 6 you got the Denver Broncos, number 5 you got the Indianapolis Colts, number 4, you get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3, you get the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 2, you get the Buffalo Bills. Number 1, last but not least, you get the Detroit Lions. So that is my 2025 NFL Week 6 power rankings for this week. As always, let me know in the comment section below on YouTube, to say at least, so I always put a place to get this upload, what you think of my power rankings for this week for NFL Week 6, to say at least. And by the way, I always reach the tail end of this podcast. Stay tuned for the last 30 seconds or so, a minute tops. I forgot how long the video was, honestly. A tribute video to my Craig Street freaking house, to say at least. I'm obviously leaving tomorrow. And obviously do this next 2 uploads, obviously for predictions for Week 6 this season, to say at least. Should be posted at the end of each podcast, the next 2 ones, to say at least. So enjoy this video and catch y'all next time for more content on Lucas Young Productions on YouTube, to say at least. Until then, peace out, everybody.